So we now restart after the brief red flag stoppage. We now have a revised starting order as Kasper Schürmanns will start from pole position, was the fastest in time qualifying yesterday. Nikita Nikishov will be alongside on the front row ahead of Sebastian Mins and Thijs van Wijk, who rounds out the top two rows. Alvaro Jimenez will be starting from the dummy grid, so will be from the pit lane, so will not be in fifth position. There is Alvaro in the pit lane, and will be allowed to go through. Thomas Ingram Hill will be along all on his own on row 3. Pieter Väinänen and Raymond Bansal, row 4. Max Cuthbert and Rasmus Koskinen complete the top 10 with Sebastian Koch, Nemanja Jovanovic, Jack West, Charlie Neve, Timofey Vladimirov, Jimmy Kokalainen, Jor Kasper Jodpera, and then we've also got Armand Hamilton and Marius Karsiaukas rounding out the grid. So the drivers make their way out of the final corner. Revs rise. Are we ready? Are we steady? Lights are out. Junior Heat 1, A versus B underway as Schürmanns keeps the lead going into turn 1. Alvaro Jimenez will now be released from the pit lane as everyone has already taken the start as they go up the hill for the first time. Schürmanns absolutely blistering in the qualifying yesterday. And in second position looks to be Nikita Nikishov, who's jumped under the KR Sports awning. So down they go. Sebastian Mins trying to close in on Thijs van Wijk from JJ Racing in the battle for third position. Some drivers having a very different style. Sebastian Mins leans just to help the adhesion on the respective sides of the chassis, depending on which corner you're going through, as there is a little bit of a move. Jack West, I think, has just managed to get through on Sebastian Koch from Dams Racing. That will be for 10th position as they come across the line to complete the opening lap. And Schürmanns already has a lead over Nikishov by the tune of nearly 3.5 tenths of a second. A little bit of side-by-side action. That's for 5th place. That would be between Raymond Bansal and Thomas Ingram Hill, with the latter was originally in 5th place as they come down the hill. They'll go through into turn 10 and 11. And Bansal from India is ahead. Have also got Chelmsford's Max Cuthbert closing in on them very, very quickly indeed. But Nikita Nikishov is about 2 to 3 kart lengths behind Kasper Schürmanns. That gap now down to 0.18 of a second. And look at the train, 5, 6, 7 and 8. They're all in a row. Up the hill they go. And Thomas Ingram Hill is leading that as, bit of a robust move there from Max Cuthbert. Bansal trying to counter-attack. Jack West nearly had the barn doors open for him right there and then. But because he was also battling away with the 214 of Sebastian Koch just behind, he was put between a bit of a rock and a hard place with Jack West. Now they are really starting to, the accordion effect very much prominent in the mid-pack from about 7th position onwards. So they are all battling away. But Nikita Nikishov waiting in the wings, trying to see if he can put if there can be an unforced error from Casper Schormans, but with the way that the youngster from Born in the Netherlands has managed to come out of the gate with the blocks flying, Nikita Nikishov is going to have a hard task to do so. There is a bit of side-by-side going through into turn number 1. So we're past the halfway point of the race itself. It's heat 1 for the junior Rotax drivers. So first, second and third separated by nearly half a second, but Nikita Nikishov got a great run coming out of turn number 11. And now Casper Schormans will feel the heat underneath the collar, so to speak, by the Spaniard, as they go into turn number 16 once again. So, lap 4 completed. Schormans still continues to lead with 2 minutes and 40 plus an additional lap still to go. And there is an attempt by Nikita Nikishov up the inside, trying to take a page out of Petra Babichkova's books from earlier on. If you can really get the braking on point, that can significantly help your turn in. Now they go through into turns 10 and 11, and the run down to turn number 12. And Nikita Nikishov goes to the outside of Casper Schormans to try and do the round the outside job there, but the 220 from Spain was simply denied. Schormans managed to just keep it penned where it needed to be, and Nikishov is going to have to do that all over again, but has to watch out now because Van Wyk is right behind the 220 and Sebastian Mins is closing in as well. Van Wyk has put in the fastest lap of the race, 1 minute 4.4. Well, now it's Armand Hamilton, and there is the black and white flag that has just been shown to Casper Schormans. So the lead between the top two was just a tenth and a half, then it was a further tenth and a half back to third place. And while this is all happening, Sebastian Mins has been improving. And what's more, the 277 was nearly half a second quicker than the race leader. 60 seconds to go. Nikita Nikishov again round the outside of turn 11. And it's side by side out of the exit of the corner. And Nikita Nikishov got 3/4 of the move done, but the final quarter was uncompleted. It was like an uncompleted pass in American football, but then Van Wyk up the inside through turn 16, and Sebastian Mins threads the eye of the needle, gets through on Nikita Nikishov, and then gets through on Thijs Van Wyk through turn 17. Inspired driving by the 277, who goes defensive into turn number 1 down the start-finish straight. Incredible, incredible poise by Sebastian Mins to just really had the door opened on a silver platter, and the 277 took full advantage of the situation that was presented in front. So we're now going to head. We're now on to our penultimate lap, lap 7 out of 8 as the timer hits 0. All that battling behind has allowed Casper Schormans to get away into the distance, and Nikita Nikishov looking up the inside through turn 11. That's the more traditional racing line there from the 220 up the inside of Thijs Van Wyk on that particular occasion to now take P3. When you give a driver an opportunity like that, they will take it hand over fist. And Sebastian Mins is within 4.2 tenths of a second of Casper Schormans, who leads the field onto the final lap of this first junior Rotax heat, groups A and B. Nikita Nikishov is closing in on the 277. And there's the old think gesture, tapping the side of the race helmet by Sebastian Mins, heading into turn number 12. The checkered flag will be prepared this time around. And is Mins going to try and go for it? Well, he's right up close and personal. He's going to go for the lead. Penultimate corner. Sebastian Mins tries to get through, and he does. It's going to be a run to the line. It's a drag race to the finish. I think Sebastian Mins has just taken it. 62 thousandths of a second. He saw the door open through turn 17, and Sebastian Mins steals that one from right under the nose of Kasper Schurmans by 62 thousandths of a second. And the closest finish so far this weekend, Nikita Nikishov, 74 thousandths behind the race winner after 8 laps. It all came to a head with about 2 laps to go. It was Mins that started his move towards the sharp end of the field and has made it count in the opening race heat for juniors. So Sebastian Mins provisionally takes the race victory ahead of Kasper Schurmans. Nikita Nikishov rounding out the top, but there has been a development, folks. There has been a time penalty issued to Kasper Schurmans for blocking, so will be demoted from that second place, and that will put him around about 9th position. So Sebastian Mins takes the race victory. Kasper Schurmans will be demoted as a result of that 5-second time penalty for blocking, down to 9th position. So Nikita Nikishov, Thijs van Wijk, Max Cuthbert, Raymond Bansel, Armand Hamilton, Thomas Ingram Hill, Jack West, and Kasper Schurmans round out the top 9. Charlie Neve in 10th, ahead of Nemanja Jovanovic. Sebastian Koch, Rasmus Koskinen, Timothy Vladimirov, Joel Kaspar Joipera, Jimmy Kokalainen, Viti Veininen, Alvaro Jimenez, and Marius Karsiaukas rounding out the 19-strong grid, finishing within 12 seconds of each other. So it was the calm before the storm for the first junior Rotax heats of the Winter Cup. A brief red flag stoppage meant that Alvaro Jimenez would have to start from the dummy grid. But we got under starters orders, and then things got underway. Kasper Schurmans managing to sweep across and break formation at the right time after the lights went out and led the field into turn number 1. Got a bit close for comfort for the remainder of the field, but then saw this kind of robust move by Max Cuthbert from the United Kingdom on Aryaman Bansal from India, going through into turn 5 and into turn 6. The Indian had the opportunity, and Jack West nearly had a sniff at getting up the inside of the Indian driver from Strawberry Racing, but was unable to take advantage of it. Then, one of several attempts by Nikita Nikishov to try and get through on, and it wasn't just once, it was twice, and that was the move where it was 3/4 of the way completed, but then the interception happened by the race leader. But then, a little bit later on, we saw some great battling with the likes of Sebastian Mins, having taken 2 for the price of 1, having gotten past Thijs van Wijk and also Nikita Nikishov. But then this move here was what decided it. 2 corners to go. Sebastian Mins plants it up the inside, neatly on the apex on Kasper Schurmans. And then it was this drag race, Fast and Furious style, 3 karts battling for the race victory. And Sebastian Mins would take it by 6/100ths at the flag. Schurmans being penalised with a blocking penalty, demoting him to 9th, and Nikita Nikishov thereby inheriting 2nd position.